Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a manga that's a bit of an anomaly in the catalog of a creator known for pushing boundaries. Shuzo Oshimi's Sweet Poolside. If you're familiar with his intense, often disturbing works like Flowers of Evil or Blood on the Tracks, you might be surprised by this one. It's an early single-volume piece, and it's often described as inoffensive. Yes, you heard that right. Inoffensive. And Oshimi in the same sentence. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, if you're into manga reviews, discussions, and deep dives, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. So, what exactly is Sweet Poolside about? It centers on Toshihiko Ota, a middle school student who gets relentlessly bullied because he's unusually smooth and hairless. Think baby-like skin in a world where puberty is hitting everyone else. Then he meets Ayako Goto, a fellow swim club member who has the exact opposite problem, an abundance of body hair that makes her incredibly self-conscious and prevents her from competing. Their shared anxieties about their bodies lead to a pretty unusual arrangement. After Toshihiko sees Ayako struggling to shave in the locker room, she makes an astonishing request. She asks him to shave her arms and legs. This kicks off an odd relationship where they regularly meet after school for this intimate, awkward ritual. It's a concise, single-volume story clocking in around 178 pages. Now, let's talk about what Sweet Poolside does well. Despite its seemingly ridiculous premise, it genuinely tackles some very relatable themes. It delivers a really sincere message about body positivity, emphasizing that body hair is natural and beautiful, and acknowledging that puberty is often scary and uncomfortable. It's a quiet story that explores budding sexuality, self-exploration, trust, and friendship. For an Oshimi work, it's surprisingly focused and sincere, avoiding the eccentric developments he's known for. This restraint can actually be a strength, making it more accessible. And if you're already a fan of Oshimi, this manga is a fun, quick read. It's genuinely interesting to see his early artistic style and how he was developing his themes before his more intense works. Some even find his older art style charming. However, Sweet Poolside isn't without its criticisms. For many, the plot feels underwhelming. I and other readers wished for a wild plot twist somewhere along the way to give it more depth. The characters Toshihiko and Ayako are often described as one note because their personalities are so tightly tied to their body image anxieties. We don't get to see much of their lives outside of their after-school shaving sessions, which leaves you wanting something more to grasp onto. The artwork, being from 2004, is definitely rough around the edges and not terribly attractive to look at. Characters can appear off-model, and there's even an inconsistency in how Ayako's body hair is drawn, which is a pretty big oversight considering it's the central plot point. And then there's the horny nonsense and edgy aspects. While it's described as sweet yet erotic, some feel these elements, especially given it's aimed at teen boys, can come across as problematic and gratuitous, leaning into a male gazy feel. It's a fine line, and for some, it doesn't quite land. A strong critique I've seen is that it has aged very poorly because just about everything it tries to do has been done better elsewhere in the last 2 decades. This suggests that while it might have been unique at the time, its restrained approach ultimately limited its lasting impact. So where does Sweet Poolside stand in the grand scheme of Shuzo Oshimi's works? It's definitely a strange little manga. It's not his most acclaimed work, and it's certainly not as intense or disturbing as his later masterpieces. Its value for many lies in seeing Oshimi's early development and how he began exploring themes of body image, self-acceptance, and budding sexuality. It's a foundational piece, a stepping stone to the psychosexual author he would become later on. If you're a die-hard Oshimi fan, just like I am, I'd say pick it up. It's a quick read and offers a fascinating glimpse into his artistic journey. But if you're new to his work and expecting the psychological intensity of Flowers of Evil or Blood on the Tracks, you might find Sweet Poolside a bit underwhelming. It's a testament to the intriguing core premise that it even got a live-action film adaptation, but as a standalone manga, it's more of a curious artifact than a must-read masterpiece. So what are your thoughts on Sweet Poolside? Have you read it? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.